James Gunn's Superman isn't just a reboot, it's an intention to bring this character to modern audiences. This isn't the stoic, solitary savior of previous DC films, nor is it the gritty, overly solemn Superman that Warner Brothers has leaned on in the past decade. Instead, Superman starring David Corenswet is a colourful, energetic comic book movie. The film wastes no time on origin stories or slow build-ups. Gunn trusts the audience to know the basics. Alien from Krypton, raised in Kansas, faster than a speeding bullet. You get the picture. And instead dives headfirst into a world where Superman already exists and is a known figure. Metropolis is bustling, the Daily Planet is filled with energy, and Superman is saving lives. David Corenswet Superman is both an old school charmer and a modern hero. He brings a Boy Scout warmth to Clark Kent, complete with the what the hey mannerisms and humility. But unlike past portrayals, this Superman doesn't feel like the complete perfect hero we've all come to know. He's not invincible, and more importantly, he doesn't pretend to be. He leans on others, sometimes to a fault. Whether it's the tech-savvy Mr. Terrific, played by Eddie Cathegi, the wisecracking Guy Gardner, Green Lantern by Nathan Fillion, or scene-stealing Superdog Crypto, fully CGI'd and absolutely delightful, Clark's vulnerability is part of what makes this Superman resonate. That said, some longtime fans, me included, might miss the Superman who stands alone against impossible odds. Gunn's Kal-El shares the burden, occasionally feeling more like the center of a team than the unstoppable force of nature he traditionally is. But there's a method to this madness, I think. With DC's cinematic universe being rebooted under Gunn's leadership, it makes sense to level the playing field somewhat. By portraying Superman as someone who needs help from time to time, it avoids the overpowered hero trope that often plagues ensemble superhero stories. It's a smart move, and one that will surely pay off in the long run. The film's structure mimics the rhythm of flipping through a comic book. Scenes jump from location to location, which can be a good or a bad thing. One moment we're in the middle of a geopolitical conflict involving fictional countries, the next we're watching Krypto cause havoc in the Fortress of Solitude. These shifts are sometimes jarring, but they're intentional. Gunn injects his signature Guardians of the Galaxy flair throughout. Quirky needle drops, snappy dialogue, and genuine weirdness abound. Does it always feel like it belongs in a Superman movie? Not quite. Well, not if you're sticking to the old ideas of what a Superman movie should be. Is it entertaining though? Absolutely. Visually, Superman is a treat. The CGI is done really well, with the action sequences blending weighty physical combat with comic book action. Superman's powers are on full display, but so are the unique abilities of the supporting heroes. Hawkgirl, played by Isabella Merced, Mr. Terrific and Metamorpho all get moments to shine, and their inclusion helps vary the visual palette in ways that feels more exciting than overwhelming. Speaking of Mr. Terrific, he definitely owns every scene that he's in. The heart of the movie though lies in the battle of ideals between Superman and Lex Luthor. Nicholas Hoult plays Lex with an unhinged intensity, less calculated mastermind and more arrogant megalomaniac who's barely holding it together. Unlike past portrayals where Lex hides his villainy behind corporate polish, this Lex is fully unmasked. He wants to be the hero, but he's so twisted by jealousy that he'll do anything to steal the spotlight from Superman. Hoult walks a tightrope between menace and absurdity. He's evil, no question, but he's also deeply human in his envy and insecurity. Rachel Brosnahan's Lois Lane is sharp, determined, and wonderfully grounded. Her relationship with Clark is already in full swing when the movie begins, and their chemistry is a highlight to the film. She challenges him in ways few characters can, and their dynamic adds an emotional core to the chaos around them. Skylar Gisondo as Jimmy Olsen also deserves a special mention. He brings genuine comic relief without ever feeling like a caricature. Also, shout out to Terrence Rosemore, who some might remember from the Guardians of the Galaxy movie, and plays Otis in this film. It's always great to see Gunn bring back the cast that he's worked with previously. It's always a great, hey, I know that face moment. There are moments where the film starts to unbuckle under its own weight though. With so many characters, plot lines, and tonal shifts, some viewers might feel overwhelmed. Certain goofy scenes can sometimes undercut the film's more serious themes, and the pacing in the second act can feel a bit choppy as Gunn tries to juggle all the moving pieces. But when it comes together, it's with a sense of wonder and joy that has been missing from recent DC films. At its core, Superman is a movie about hope. It's about the cost of choosing kindness in a cynical world. Gunn doesn't shy away from tough questions, including Superman's involvement in global conflicts and the consequences of his intervention. But rather than making Superman a godlike savior or brooding messiah, Gunn gives us a man trying to do the right thing with the gifts he's been given. It's a Superman who saves the smallest of animals and takes political stances, who can punch through walls and bring warmth to the people around him. And the music, well, that's just classic Gunn, and it works. In the end, James Gunn's Superman feels like the reset DC has desperately needed. It's messy, vibrant, and full of heart. It's not afraid to be goofy, but it also doesn't lose sight of the ideals that make Superman such an enduring figure. Corran Sweat's take is fresh yet familiar, and surrounded by an ensemble that brings out the best in the story. He sets the stage for a new DCU that's finally ready to soar. Superman is out now in cinemas, and if you can't tell, I love the movie. But have you seen it yet, and what did you think about it? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed the review, and until next time.